I've never seen a master this cruel before. He actually shoved his own apprentice off a cliff with his own hands. Boji plummeted straight toward the flames of hell below. His whole body trembled in fear. Instinctively, he squeezed his eyes shut. Suddenly, a crossbow bolt shot out of his backpack. It lodged into the rock wall and slowed his fall. He scraped along the edge of the cliff, and somehow, he narrowly escaped death. Boji stared at the backpack in front of him. His face was filled with confusion. Then Kage crawled out of the bag. Boji instantly burst into tears of relief. Kage stepped forward and comforted him. Boji quickly wiped away his tears. The truth was, Kage had been protecting Boji in secret all along. When Boji fell from a height, Kage used the backpack to cushion him. When the bag was stolen near the fountain, Kage scared the thief away. When Boji almost ate poisoned meat, Kage saved him with a dart. In fact, snake tamer Bibin had made a deal with Kage. His job was to protect Boji no matter what. After that, the two decided to keep moving forward. They headed deeper down, into the underworld, ready for even more dangerous adventures. But along the way, they were overwhelmed by a curse and collapsed. Two soldiers suddenly appeared. They carried the pair to a castle in the underworld. The man sitting on the throne recognized them at a glance. He could tell they were cursed. He slammed his staff hard against the floor. The thunderous crash jolted Boji and Kage awake. The man on the throne immediately recognized Boji. He knew Boji was King Boss's son. He even mocked him for losing the throne to his younger brother. Boji lowered his head in shame, but Kage burned with anger and snapped back at him. He said they had come to the underworld to grow stronger. They'd heard there was someone here who could turn an ordinary person into a true warrior. That was why they came, hoping he would train Boji. The man laughed again. Then he said coldly, "Person you're looking for is me." The man on the throne was Desha, the second strongest fighter in the world, and the king of the underworld. Desha wanted to test Boji's strength, so he sent out the strongest captain of the underworld knights to fight him. It sounded like a test, but it was really meant to humiliate him. When Kage heard that the opponent was the knight captain, he panicked. Those knights were known for being ruthless, but Boji wasn't afraid at all. Instead, he looked confident. He threw everything he had into a punch and struck the captain's armor. The blow was so weak it barely did anything. The captain just stared at him. Stunned, Kage hurried over to explain. He said Boji's real strength was dodging attacks. The captain looked at the skinny little prince in front of him. He couldn't believe this was the famous King Boss's son. Disappointment filled his eyes. He was sure Boji would never become strong, so he decided to show him the harsh reality. But when he launched a fierce strike, Boji dodged it with ease. Everyone watching froze in shock. Kage jumped up excitedly. The captain started attacking again and again, yet Boji slipped past every single blow with incredible agility. No matter how hard the captain pressed him, he couldn't land a hit. Even so, Desha still didn't seem fully convinced of Boji's ability. But after Kage kept pleading, Desha finally agreed to train Boji personally.